I was driving on a dirt road through dark, dense woods. Dead quiet. My 9-year-old daughter Jenny was in the passenger seat. "Monster!" Jenny screamed. Suddenly, I saw a huge bison, then 5, 10, 20 headlights illuminating the green eyes around our Jeep. "That's not the end of the world," I whispered, heart pounding, sweaty hands gripping the wheel. The GPS showed a campground ahead. The end came soon. A road sign, "Attention, end of road." Has that ever happened to you? You plan a trip and expect a perfect one. Suddenly, things happened. And now at midnight in Manitoba, Riding Mountain National Park, the GPS was not working. We are totally lost ahead of a herd of monstrous bison. Suddenly, a car's headlight appeared in the mirror. Another car. In the mirror, I saw it started to make a U-turn. I needed to be quick. "I'm going to talk to people behind us. We'll be fine. Don't come out no matter what." I jumped out of the car, walked briskly but quietly to the other car. Hundreds of green eyes staring at me. "We are lost. Could you please help us find the campground?" "Follow me." An hour and a half later, we finally arrived at the campground. Jenny hugged me tightly. "Mom, you are my hero." Have you ever heard about Venn diagrams? Venn diagrams are a way of demonstrating how similar or different two things are. You can visualize it using your hands. First, put one circle within another. This complete overlap means two circles are one in the same. Next, hands completely apart. No overlap means nothing in common. Finally, bring two circles together slightly. This partial overlap means two circles share something in common and some not. When Jenny was 9 years old, I was her hero, her confidant, her planner, her supportive but stubborn mom. My Google Calendar included all her activities. My event notes tracked her wherever she was. My credit card statement listed every piece of clothing she had. I know everything about her. In our Venn diagram, two circles completely overlapped. Not long ago, I asked ChatGPT, "What are the most notable inventions in the 21st century?" Number 1, smartphone. Number 2, social media. When Jenny turned 13, she was thrilled to have her first cell phone. Things started to change. When she sat in my car, she just stared at her phone with earphones in. The world didn't exist. Neither did the driver. When she finished her dinner, she ran straight to her room. The sound of chatting and giggling coming from behind the door. I found I've gone from a hero, a confidant, to an outsider. Our Venn diagram was splitting. Are the headlights shining on my face? I woke up at midnight. No, it's just a ray of light coming from Jenny's room. I shuffled out of the bed, walked toward her room, and opened the door to find she was staring at her phone. My blood boiled. I snatched her phone and said, "What do you think you're doing? You're supposed to be asleep at this time, not on this thing." That's it. I'm keeping the phone for a week. "Mom, that's not fair. It's my phone, and I can decide what to do with it." "No, it's not yours. It's still mine. I just lent it to you." She stared at me, a mixture of rage and upset on her face. When I left her room, she slammed the door behind me. Her phone was locked away for a week, but she spoke to me even less. When the phone was returned to her, the same story happened. Gradually, the argument escalated into a war. Having or not having the phone didn't make her sleep earlier. Instead, she stopped sharing with me her school stories, even blocked me on her Instagram. Our circles split even further, almost completely separated. Several months later, I closed the door back on Jenny. I got COVID. High fever, sore throat, severe cough. I couldn't leave my room, couldn't take her to school, and couldn't cook for her. I sent her a message. "I'm too sick to cook. Just order from Uber Eats." No response. I closed my eye and woke at knock at door. "Mom, your meal is ready outside the door." Then footstep faded. I opened the door and saw mushroom parmesan Alfredo, garlic butter shrimp, and bright spring salad. How was that possible? These not McDonald's, and they're absolutely delicious. I sent her a message after I was done. "The food tasted amazing. Did you do that? Where did you learn to cook?" TikTok and Instagram. Who needs the culinary school if we can learn from the best chefs on social media? Haha, at least I can relax knowing you won't go hungry. Not only that, but I can save you from starving. My hero, I said to myself. Laying in bed, what I could do was reflect. Jenny is no longer a 9-year-old child who was attached to me all the time. She's growing into an independent adult. She's evolving. Have I evolved? I see the time she spent on phone and social media as time taken from us. Is that fair? What will happen if I give her the independence and make her responsible for her phone? 10 days later, I ended quarantine. When Jenny and I sat together at dinner time, I said, "Thanks for all the wonderful meals. I guess social media isn't all bad. You learn some useful stuff from it." She nodded, proud. What would you say if this phone becomes yours? Any good ideas to keep you from spending too much bad time on it? Wow, thanks. I remember an Instagram story mentioned a way not to check the phone constantly, placing it 3 meters away. I guess I will be too lazy to reach it. Sounds like a plan. And I also would like to watch your cooking videos. Besides, any fun shows do you want to share? Oh, yeah, I remember I really want to watch a TV series named Gilmore Girls. It's super old, but my friend said it's amazing. It's about a 16-year-old girl named Rory and her hilarious mom. Do you want to watch it together? Let's give it a shot. The circles of our Venn diagram has been separating for quite a while. But when we started engaging in activities we both liked, circles overlapped again. We bonded over Gilmore Girls and discussing which boy was better for Rory. We loved cooking together and found two heads are better than one in the kitchen. Jenny and I have been navigating our Venn diagram since she's 9 years old, from nested circles to separate circles, and then partially overlapped circles. Next year, she will be leaving the nest on an adventure of her own at university. We finally find a balance between independence and overlaps. Look at a person in your life. Venn diagram doesn't just exist between parents and children. It exists among many relationships. Siblings, best friends, romantic partners, mentors, and mentees. People you share your life with. The healthiest and happiest Venn diagram happen when circles overlapped just enough to stay connected, while still give space and freedom to pursue interests and passions. Getting to this place does not happen in an instant. It's a journey through dark forest with monster spices along the way. Respecting the independence and avoiding criticizing or judging them for their choices will guide the relationship back to the right track. If I'd been more understanding of Jenny's phone usage, give her the independence, involved her in finding solutions, a lot of conflicts could have been avoided. Another big part of Venn diagram is creating overlaps. I initiated a trip, Jenny joined me, Jenny cooked for me, we cooked together. Jenny recommended a show, we watch it together. Both sides can contribute. Now, use your hands again. Make 2 circles. Think about people you value the most. Are you giving them the independence? Are you creating the overlaps? Look at your Venn diagram, because when you are giving them their space to be who they are and find places to share what you love, that's when you put your Venn diagram back into your hands.